Hello and welcome to the Writing from the Womb, Creating Your Own Womb Journal video. So I'm Salma Morningstar. Thank you so much for joining this course. And I wanted to share with you just some simple tips for creating your own womb journal. You can be as simple and as elaborate with this as you feel to. One thing about making it into a whole craft project in making your own womb journal is that you can create something that's uniquely yours, and there can be a lot of artistic expression that goes into that journal, and that artistic expression in and of itself is supporting the intentions of this course and of your womb connection practice, and is assisting you at opening up those channels of creativity, of accessing your womb creativity, and building that muscle, if you will, of transferring your inspirations through your womb's ability to create physical form out of spirit, out of pure essence. So exercising that and creating something in physical form that we're inspired to create. And so womb journal, which can then be in service to your womb connection practice, is a lovely place to start. So the first womb journal that I ever made is right here. And as you can see, I had several altar cloths that I had collected. Some of them had, they were out of service now because, there was a tear or a wax spill on them or something like that. And so, they were so beautiful that I was holding on to them knowing I could use them for something. So craft projects are perfect for that. So I created a border using several layers of this silk and chiffon, these silk and chiffon-like fabrics, gluing them on around the edges of a beautiful collage that I made with images that were symbolic to me of the womb space. And so, of course, flowers, of course, roses, and these colors. And you can choose your own symbols for that sort of thing. I used collage. You could do your own drawings or paintings. And the base that I used for this is basically cardboard. I don't know if you can see it here. Here's a spot where on the back page, I did collages on the inside of the pages. This one, the glue has started to deteriorate, but I just used a regular cardboard box, and for the hinges, you can see the holes there. There were holes in this cardboard box. You can see where the string is going through here. That there were holes in that cardboard box where it naturally folded, so it made for ideal hinges for my womb journal. So I got two pieces for the front cover and the back cover of this cardboard box with these hinges, natural hinges in there. And I glued, and I made my own glue. So an easy glue to make at home is with wheat flour and water. Makes you think twice about eating anything with wheat flour in it because it makes such a wonderful glue. I remember before I stopped eating wheat, I would have recurring nightmares of having this sticky piece of gum in my mouth that was like down my throat and choking me, and I'd be pulling it out. It was really a horrible nightmare, and that stopped when I stopped eating wheat because of this glue-like quality. Even wheat gluten has the word glue in it, so it makes a wonderful glue. And but the topic of going gluten-free is for a different video. But we can use wheat flour to make glue. So it works, it makes a lovely glue that will glue anything on here. Now, I covered both the front and the back, and also the inside cover with collages that were symbolic to me. I keep womb paintings inside my womb journal too, because this is a lovely large size, and the covers keep them flat. So you could also make a painting. I used my own menstrual blood in this painting, not exclusively. I used other paints as well, but I mixed the menstrual blood in there in the painting. And so this kind of a painting could be a lovely cover for your womb journal. Here's one depicting the actual sensations of menstruation as well, and the connection with the plant realm. So these could be, and in fact, and then I have also my womb throne on the other side of this one, my queen's throne. So these are paintings that are lined up to possibly make another womb journal. But in any case, so here's the inside cover of this first womb journal with imagery. The ring of fire is always calling to me. And then this is a heart of water. So the elements are coming into play here. And then I need to put some more glue on there. Some more nature imagery. Now, as you can see, I've used paper that is reused paper. So just office paper that I had to have a 2-hole punch. And whatever paper has one side blank, I just put the 2-hole punch to it and put it between the front and back cover and ran. This actually is my first womb belt that I made in my first Womb Mysteries course that I ever attended. We made beautiful belts to wear when we were menstruating. I've since made many other belts, and so this one became part of my womb journal as the binding portion. The ties for the belt I strung through the holes in the paper and in the cover and tied them tight, and then the rest of the belt hangs loose as a decorative portion of the womb journal. So this is a very rustic, and I've since filled this womb journal with writing. I've filled all of the pages with my womb journal writing, but it is a wonderful keepsake of my first womb journal, an art piece. My husband loves this art piece. He's always trying to get me to put it in art shows and things like that, but it's not for sale. So other options, and since I filled up that womb journal, I have also used various very simple womb journals. This is my current womb journal. I tend to find them at thrift stores, blank journals, but you can get them at all kinds of fancy stores. I love the kinds that have homemade paper on them, but just getting a journal that is designated for your womb writings, your creative writings, is wonderful. And, if you're using this course here's another one I wanted to show. This one is actually covered in fabric, and I haven't started using this one yet, but I love that it's covered in fabric because I like to decorate things through stitchery. So a journal that's covered in fabric is perfect for that. I can stitch things on with needle and thread and decorate it in that way. So that's another option. So if you're using this course too, so these, I have this womb journal. These womb journals are for my poetry writing, my inner journey writing, my tarot card readings, and things like that, where I'm really going into the dream world with it. and into the subconscious realms and realities. And I have other regular spiral ring notebooks, and then of course writing directly onto the computer when I'm writing things that are more for expressing my feelings in my business. And so this course is a wonderful course to use to bridge the gap between this type of being in your own womb cave and dreaming new realities to actually creating those new realities. So I have a collection of spiral ring notebooks that I write out all of my ideas and how they might translate into writings that I share with the world about this womb healing work that I'm doing. And so those writings are anything from bios to content for my website, to book ideas, book chapters that are like nonfiction, healing your womb type books, and other books as well, collaborative ideas, emails, email newsletter content, social media post content. So bridging the gap, having womb journals like this can then sometimes I can take material like the poetry or material from this, but having this practice really nourishes then when I do sit down to write my bio and do these womb meditations, it can bring more of a sense of that inner world into my practical writings for my business. So, so I encourage you to have your spiral ring notebooks for your business as well, and find ways to bridge the gap. Maybe you'll decorate that notebook as well, bring womb decorations. I have one binder that has beautiful colors all over the cover of it. So I encourage you to play with this decoration and bringing our inner womb reality into material expression in the world through our writing, through our art creations. So thank you so much for joining me on the course. I would love to see your womb journal creation projects in the Womb Centered Healing Temple Facebook group. I look forward to hearing more about it. All right, take care for now, and until next time.